Hey everyone, this video is just a quick little tutorial on how to use Google Forms. When I sent out that survey a few weeks ago, I saw that we had some mixed levels of proficiency in Google, so I just wanted to make some brief introductory stuff um, about Google and how to use the different aspects of it and different apps. If you do need any additional support or want to see a little bit more, please let me know. We can schedule a one-on-one time to sit down and go over it. If it's something that I get a lot of requests for, I can make another one of these videos, which I know Paul loves watching so much because he likes hearing the sound of my voice. He told me that. So from here, we're going to go ahead and log into our Gmail account, our romerocharter.org account, and across the top, we're going to click on Drive. If you haven't made the switch over to Google Drive yet, it may still say Docs. Same thing. From here, we're going to click on where it says Create, and we're going to go down to Form. Now this is going to open up our actual form that we're going to edit. It's pretty self-explanatory. I'm just going to go through a little bit of it in some detail. This part right here is where you're going to go ahead and title your forms. This is my Google Form Test. This box will also become the name of your document in your Google Drive. So if you need to find it, you can always search by Google Form Test or whatever it is that you name it. From here, this is the extra additional text if you need to give extra instructions. So this would be like your lesson title, and this would be please complete this form by the end of class. And so these are our two headings. From there now we have our questions. It defaults to give you 2 questions to begin with. You can add questions, you can get really crazy with this and add pages and all sorts of stuff, but for today we're just going to keep it very basic, very simple, the fundamentals of it. So to edit your question, we're going to first start by adding our question title. It is the internet, so I'm going to ask the most important question on the internet. Do you like cats? If you don't, you should search YouTube. There's tons of videos. And then underneath you have your help text. I use help text a lot if I need to expand on a question more or if I need to give possible answers. You know, i.e. yes, no, maybe. It can be whatever you want if you need to, like I said, expand on a question more or give more information. So that's the question title, that's the help text. Now we go to the question type. Google has a bunch of different question types. There's text, which is usually a few words. There's a paragraph where your answer is going to be a lot longer. There's multiple choice, and you can set the multiple choice categories. There are check boxes. There's choose from a list. You can get into a scale. If you're doing the Likert scale, you know, the strongly agree, strongly disagree. There's a grid, which I haven't played around with too much, but it is there. So for this one, I'm just going to keep it on text. And this is where the person would enter their answer. And now what I want to do is I want to make this a required question. I want it to be so that way if my user submits a form, they have to answer this question. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this box. And when I'm done editing, I go ahead and I click done. And now there's my question. So to modify sample question 2, I'm going to go over here to my box. I have my 3 options, my trash can, my duplicate, and my pencil. So I'm going to click on my pencil. And I'm going to ask now, do you like dogs? And then you can give your help text again, I hope you do. From here you can choose your question type. This one I want them to answer multiple choice. And so my first option would be yes, my second option would be no, my third option would be maybe. And again, I hit make this a required question, and I hit done. So now that I have my questions, I need to add more more information, more questions for my survey. So to do that, I'm going to go up to Add Item in the upper left-hand corner, and there it gives me a bunch of options. I can use new questions. I can include a page break, so if I have a really long survey and I don't want it to seem that long, I can put it on multiple pages. You can put in a section header, so if you are giving a survey just about, let's say for instance, number sense and math, you can make one for number sense, one for geometry, one for algebra and functions, or whatever your subjects would be, all sorts of stuff. So again, I would just click on it. I'll choose paragraph this time, And then my question would be, do you like fish? And again, my help text, yes, Finding Nemo counts. In this one, I don't want to make a required question, so I'm just going to leave that blank, and I go ahead and I hit done. So now I have my 3 questions, I have my title, I have some more information about it. Now I want to do the most important part, which is make it pretty. So I'm going to go ahead and click on theme, and it's going to open up a new window. And within my new window, Google has a few pre-installed themes. Unfortunately, I haven't found a way to edit many of them, but there's some for about every type of subject. There's math, there's picnic, there's just basic, piano if you're doing music time, all sorts of stuff. I'm going to choose Sunbeams right here. By clicking on it, it's going to show me what my Google form would look like, and I like that, so I'm going to go ahead and hit apply. So now we're still at the edit screen. You can't see your form. If you want to see it, down here at the bottom, and this is the link also you would give to students or teachers, whoever it is that you're surveying, it says you can view the published form here. So I'm going to click on it, it's going to open up in a new tab, and hey, there's my form. So you can see it has all my information, my title, my help text, my questions. The asterisk here means that it's required, and an option to submit. So that is the basics of it. Let's go into one last thing, and then I'll show you how you can see your responses. You have a few different options up here. I traditionally tend to leave it as this one, require Monsignor Oscar Romero Charter School sign in to view this form. What that does is that means we can see it, our students can see it, pretty much anyone can see it as long as they have an @romerocharter.org email account. The perks of doing this is that it cuts down on the amount of spam that you'll get. Somebody who just happens to run across your form can't start filling it out. If you do need to know who responded with what and you don't trust the kids to put their name in here, you can also check this one to automatically collect their username information. And these are 2 options. You just want to double check depending on what you want. So I don't want to collect user information right now, so I'm going to uncheck that. I'm going to click on save, and now I can copy by holding down Control, clicking, and I can copy link location, and that could be my form that I send out. I also have this option up here to email the form. I can put in my to, and it'll send it to whoever I tell it to. And then also one cool feature that Google offers is that you can embed the form into the email, so the user does not have to click on a link and go somewhere else. So that is how to send, how to create the Google form. So what do we do when we get our responses? Well, we have the option up here to see our responses, so we're going to click on that. You have 2 options, summary or spreadsheet. I'm going to show you the spreadsheet. And what the spreadsheet does is it's going to timestamp when it was submitted, and it's going to give you their answers, and then what other information you need to add. So if you need to add something, I know on one form we have like a did I do this type box. You can add in, whatever you want down here. There is one other thing that I'm going to show later with Google Forms where we can actually turn a Google form into a test, and you do not have to grade it. It will do all the grading for you, but that's for a later time. What I want you to do now is I want you to play around with it, create a Google form. If you need some help on it, let me know. It's, like I said, it's a super awesome tool. I know I've used it in class. I know Ms. Navarro has used it. Ms. Pena has used it. A lot of our teachers from last year, Mr. Duran used it. They used it a lot with the Carol White program. They actually switched over from another survey program to Google Forms just because it was a lot easier. Feel free to ask any of them. Ask me, ask Mr. Tianco. We want to get on top of this. We want to make sure it's getting done because it is an awesome tool that we have at our disposal. So that's it. If you have any questions, please let me know. Have a good day, and thanks.